Hello children, welcome to yet another session of video class from North Sikkim Academy. Today we will be studying economics, class 10 economics from CBSE, and the chapter is money and credit. This is chapter number 3, and we'll try to understand the concept of money, and in later portion we'll also understand the idea of credit. Now, let us try to understand the concept of money. Money, we all know about it, we need it, we work for the money. And now, money actually is a medium of exchange. It is an item which is used as a medium of exchange. That means whenever we do any kind of transaction in today's life, we do it with the help of money. In modern economy, money works as an intermediary. That means it is a medium. By using money, we can do the exchange of goods and services. It is used as a medium of exchange for different goods and services. It is also used for payments of debt. That means money is very important part of our life. Whatever transactions, whatever exchanges we do it with the money. That is why money today plays very important role in everyday life. Can you imagine the time when money was not introduced or money was not in circulation? During that time, people used to do barter system. So we can see here that before the introduction of modern forms of money, the barter system was there in the society. And during those times, people used to use grains, cattle instead of money, in place of money for the transaction. They also use items like gold, silver, and any other items with intrinsic value. That means the valuable kind of items which could be used for other purposes also, they were used as money. And in barter system, transaction here means purchasing or selling of goods and services was done with double coincidence of want. Double coincidence of want again means mutual fulfilling of the need. People used to fulfill each other's need in the barter system. If a person needed something, then he had to wait for another person who was in requirement of that thing which was possessed by the person, and they used to do the exchange. And in this system, the money was, as we know, it was not introduced. People used to do the commodity to commodity transaction. That is why it was also known as CC economy as well. This was the type of transaction which used to done before. That was transaction of commodity to commodity. So that is why it was known as CC economy. Now let us try to understand modern forms of money. Modern forms of money come in the form of currency. That is, they come in the form of paper notes and coins. Modern coins are not made up of the valuable or precious metals like gold and silver. That is why they don't have the intrinsic value. Similarly, modern currencies are also made up of the papers, and they do not have the value. That means they do not have the real value in themselves. However, they become valuable, however they are accepted because modern currencies are authorized by the country's government. In the case of India, they are authorized by the Reserve Bank of India. Here you can see some of the currencies of different countries. So as I said that the currency is valuable, currency becomes important because they are authorized by the government. As I said before also, in the case of India, the Reserve Bank of India is authorized to issue currency notes on behalf of the central government. That is why no individual can legally refuse to accept the currencies issued by the Reserve Bank of India. We cannot refuse to accept. If somebody gives us money, we cannot say no to that money because it has got legal sanction as it is authorized by the government of India. It is authorized by the Reserve Bank of India, which on behalf of the central government does the authorization of the money. Now the next topic is deposit with banks. When we have the extra money, those extra money generally are deposited in the bank. Depositing money in the bank have got different benefits. Like, number one benefit is that they are safe and secure in the bank, and on top of our deposited money we also get interest. That is why we deposit money in the banks. Bank deposits or the deposit with banks is also a form of transaction. A person can deposit his or her money by opening bank account in his or her name, as we need only some amount of money at a time. The extra money can be deposited in the bank, and when we do the deposition, this deposition fetches us extra income as well in the form of interest. So deposit with banks has got the security, and it also gives us extra income in the form of interest. So banks play a very important role as the mediator. We, the depositor, can deposit money, and they also give us the facility of using checks. Through the facility of using check, as they are provided by the banks, we did not go to bank physically. We can do the transaction through this piece of paper. However, this piece of paper is very, very important. That means the check is very, very important, as it authorizes another person from the side of depositor to withdraw money. A person can directly transfer money to another person's account through use of check rather than being present there physically, or rather than using cash. In today's world, we have got different other facilities also. We have got different apps, different kind of systems through which also the banks help us to do the transaction. Now the banks also, what they do is that they play a very, very important role in the economic development. What they do is they do the activities of giving out loans. Bank, as I said earlier, works as mediator between depositors and borrowers. People deposit their money in the bank and they get some interest as extra income, but banks also hold only a certain percentage. That means around 15% of the money which is deposited by the depositor is kept in the bank for day-to-day use, because people may come to take the money out. So what they do is that they keep around 15% of money with themselves for daily transaction, and the remaining percentage or remaining amount of money is extended to the people as loan. A major portion of deposited money is provided to those people who need money for economic activities. In this case, money is provided as loans with a higher rate of interest by banks. The difference between interest on borrowing money and the interest of deposited money is in fact the income of the bank. So we have seen that banks play a very important role in the economic transaction. They deposit our money safely, they give us interest, and they also extend loans to the needy people so that they can continue with the economic activities. Hence, depositing money in the bank is very, very vital for economic development. Hope you have understood the topics of today. The rest of the topics will be dealt in the next session. Till then, thank you.